Welcome to our channel. Today we're diving into the fascinating and, at times, bewildering world of coin collecting, particularly focusing on a singular piece of currency that has captured the attention of numismatists and collectors alike, the 1987 1-cent coin, which can be worth a staggering $61 million due to a series of unexpected errors and mistakes that occurred during its production. Imagine holding a coin that once represented merely 1 cent but is now valued higher than some people's entire homes. It's a beautiful wrap of rarity and historical significance that transcends its face value. To understand why the 1987 1-cent coin is of such monumental value, we first need to delve into the specific errors that occurred during its minting process, starting with the most notorious error, which is the famous double denomination. This particular mistake occurs when a coin intended for a different denomination is struck with a die designed for another. In the case of the 1987 1-cent coin, some examples were mistakenly struck with the die of a quarter, resulting in a 1-cent coin that bore the image of George Washington, who is typically found on the quarter. That combination creates a highly sought-after novelty coin, esteemed by collectors who appreciate the quirkiness and rarity of such an error. The likelihood of these coins being minted in circulation is astronomically low, making them a prized possession and skyrocketing their worth on the collector's market. In fact, only a handful of these error coins exist, and they have been sold at auctions for outrageous sums, with some reports citing figures well into millions, which, in the world of numismatics, cements their status as a holy grail for collectors. Additionally, we find ourselves examining another fascinating error that can be tied to the 1987 1-cent coin, the off-center strike. This occurs when the coin planchet is misaligned during the striking process, leading to one side of the coin being more prominently displayed than the other. Coins struck off-center are intriguing because they make each piece unique, and their misalignment creates an aesthetic that draws attention. Collectors are often willing to pay substantial amounts for coins like this, since they showcase the imperfections of the minting process, making each piece a testament to the craftsmanship, or in this case, the lack thereof, present during that specific minting cycle. These off-center coins add layers to the story and historical context of the coins, as it reveals the behind-the-scenes processes that go into producing currency. It highlights, too, the notion of value beyond monetary worth. It stresses the intrinsic historical significance of coins that serve as reminders of our shared economy and cultural practices throughout time. In addition to the double denomination and off-center errors, we've also got the wrong planchet situation wherein a coin is produced on an incorrect type of metal or planchet intended for another denomination entirely. While the 1-cent coins are expected to be made of a copper-plated zinc composition, there have been instances wherein coins were minted on a planchet that was intended for a nickel or a dime. Holding such coins brings a rush of excitement for collectors, as they often become the cornerstone of many numismatic collections and elevates their value. The rarity of these errors creates a perfect storm in the market. These things don't happen every day, or even every decade, so when they do, it sparks a frenzy among coin collectors. Finding one of these rarities can be akin to striking gold or unearthing a precious artifact, and that excitement undoubtedly helps entrench these coins deeper into the hearts and wallets of collectors. As you can imagine, with each distinctive error or mistake tied to the 1987 1-cent coin, the value only continues to climb, driven by the desire for collectors to own a piece of history that is so scarce in existence. Moreover, the challenge collectors face doesn't just end with finding these coins, but extends to understanding the nuances of categorizing them within their collections. One coin may present an error that holds significant historical value, while another may be viewed as just another piece of currency to most, but for the dedicated numismatist, this adds another layer of intrigue that propels them into in-depth investigations and thrill-seeking missions across the globe in search of these extraordinary pieces. This coin's mystique is augmented by the community surrounding coin collecting, where enthusiasts frequently gather to share knowledge, flip through coin databases, and sometimes even piece together the backstory of a specific coin's journey through different hands, which isn't just entertaining, but also provides context regarding its present value. The conversations that arise from such a coin often extend beyond just its physical characteristics. They stretch into the socio-economic dynamics of the era in which it was minted, curiously entangling it with market fluctuations, collecting trends, and even historical events surrounding the U.S. economy in the late 1980s. Another key factor that amplifies the value of the 1987 1-cent coin is the public perception of error coins as art pieces. They begin to be appreciated not just for their monetary value but for their stories and anomalies. Their imperfections make them stand out like natural art, each scratch, bump, and misalignment akin to the brush strokes of a painter. Collectors begin to see these characteristics as an artistic signature of the minting process, rather than mere errors, promoting a different kind of value altogether. As auction results continue to illustrate, the market for error coins is not just niche, it is robust and thriving. Auction houses frequently see bidding wars break out as collectors vie to secure these rare pieces, converting them into coveted symbols of status amongst their peers. This not only uplifts the perceived worth of these coins but cultivates a community that values history, art, and investment, coalescing around a hobby that straddles the line between passion and profit. Additionally, the allure of investing in numismatic coins as a strategy for hedging against economic downturns can't be overlooked. As traditional currency values waver due to inflation or market instability, rare coins, particularly those like the 1987 1-cent coin, become appealing alternatives. They often appreciate in value over time, creating a perceived safety net for investors looking to diversify their portfolios. Consequently, the 1987 1-cent coin is not just a collectible, it's a financial consideration that plays into larger narratives surrounding savings, investing, and wealth-building principles, which could very well contribute to its skyrocketing valuation. The blend of investment and passion entangled within the coin collecting community underscores the inherent value in embracing an object like the 1-cent coin, transforming it into something so much grander than its mere monetary designation. In the end, to fully grasp the monumental significance of the 1987 1-cent coin and its staggering $61 million valuation, it is imperative to understand the myriad influences at play, from minting errors and market dynamics to rich storytelling and investment potential. The journey of this coin encapsulates the very essence of what makes collecting not just an occupancy of time, but a venture filled with excitement, exploration, and the unearthing of history's gems. So, whether you're a seasoned collector with a plethora of rare coins at your fingertips or just beginning to explore the depths of numismatics, the story of the 1987 1-cent coin serves as a brilliant example of how something seemingly ordinary can morph into something truly extraordinary when chance, history, and interest converge. Keep searching, keep collecting, and who knows, you might just find your own piece of numismatic history. Next. Today we're embarking on an exciting journey through the captivating realm of numismatics, specifically exploring an incredible piece of currency that has fascinated collectors and investors alike, the 2003 1-cent coin, which has reached a staggering market valuation of $24 million due to a host of striking errors and mistakes that occurred during its minting process. This remarkable coin, which thanks to its unique characteristics now represents something far more substantial than its original value, showcases the unpredictable nature of coin collecting. Just think about it, a simple 1-cent coin, minted to facilitate everyday transactions, transformed into a multi-million-dollar piece of history. The allure of error coins from the 2003 series lies within the stories behind them and the fascinating mistakes that elevate them to collectible status. To better understand why the 2003 1-cent coin commands such an outrageous price, we must delve into the various minting errors that occurred during its production, with a particular focus on the most infamous of these, the double-struck error. This happens when a coin is struck twice by the same die, creating a distinct layering effect where the details are blurred due to overlapping images. In the case of the 2003 1-cent coin, numerous examples were discovered where the second strike was misaligned, adding an unusual depth and character to the piece. It's not merely a flawed coin, it's a testament to the intricacies of the minting process and the serendipity that can occur when things don't go as planned. Each double-struck coin tells a story, becoming an instant conversation starter for collectors who take pride in exhibiting pieces that showcase the imperfections of craftsmanship. Such rarities are exceptionally sought after, with only a few existing in circulation, leading to fierce competition and exorbitant prices at auctions. The excitement surrounding these double-struck coins is palpable, as collectors realize that acquiring such an error elevates their collection, enhancing both its aesthetic appeal and financial value. Beyond the double-struck phenomenon, the 2003 1-cent coin also features instances of what numismatists refer to as off-center strikes. These occur when the planchet, a coin blank meant to be struck, has been misaligned in the striking process, resulting in a coin that reveals only a partial design. A coin struck off-center can highlight other details such as the edge lettering and rim, creating an artistic representation that can be appreciated from multiple angles. Similar to the double-struck coins, Those that fall under the off-center category have inherent value due to their scarcity, with the misalignment causing each coin to appear unique. With a small number of off-center strikes believed to have been generated during the production in 2003, collectors exhibit fervor in pursuit of these anomalies, often bidding astronomical amounts at auctions to secure their piece of this unique minting process. This pursuit adds layers to what seems like a really simple hobby. It transforms into a fierce chase for rarity and uniqueness, riddled with excitement and camaraderie among collectors. On top of the double-struck and off-center strikes, we also uncover the phenomenon of wrong planchet errors, in which coins are produced on incorrect metal substrates intended for a different denomination altogether. While the 2003 1-cent coin is expected to be minted from a zinc core layered with copper, there have been recorded instances wherein the coins were erroneously struck on planchets intended for nickels. These coins possess compelling curiosity, as they differ both visually and materially from their 1-cent counterparts, leading to discussions surrounding their rarity and appeal. Collectors salivate over such an error. The combination of a highly coveted minting error along with a unique material selection propels the value of these wrongly planchet-struck coins, further solidifying their positions as must-have artifacts in the world of numismatics. The allure expands far beyond the physical characteristics. Possessing a 2003 1-cent coin with such errors elevates an enthusiast's collection, adding prestige and offering a glimpse into the fascinating history of minting practices. It enhances the dialogue within the community, with collectors excitedly swapping stories, completing sets, or even discussing their techniques for finding such gems in circulation or at shows. The shared experience, and sometimes rivalry, between collectors regarding these errors injects life into the collectors' community, fostering discussions that harness both nostalgia and curiosity surrounding evolving minting techniques and standards. Notably, another significant error related to the 2003 1-cent coin that garners attention is the die break or cud error, which arises when a piece of the die breaks off due to wear and tear. This results in a raised area on the coin that carries an unusual design, quite distinct from other standard-issue 1-cent coins. These errors are relatively rare but capture the essence of why collectors are drawn to coins in the first place, the tiny imperfections that tell a greater story about the processes involved in production. The die break errors act like fingerprints, marking these coins uniquely and providing an exceptional narrative entwined with their existence. Collectors, for the most part, relish the thrill of discovering these marked coins, especially in unexpected finds while searching through rolls of coins or flea markets. The community feels excitement like never before when a rare die break from the 2003 series hits the market. Possessing such a coin doesn't just signify a win in terms of monetary value, it creates a sensation of fulfillment, connecting the collector with the incidental story of its creation. While discussing the impressive valuation of the 2003 1-cent coin, we cannot undermine the significance of documentaries, historical accounts, and media coverage on these errors. Each offering serves to elevate the visibility of these coins, inspiring new collectors to join the scene, thereby intensifying the competition for ownership of these coveted pieces. The allure of the 2003 1-cent coin, generating discussions and speculation around its minting errors, creates an appreciation that extends beyond simple economics. The exploration of such a nuanced world transforms the coin into an artifact that elicits rich discussion, engaging both novice and experienced collectors, historians, and casual observers who may find themselves lured into the intricacies of numismatic pursuit. Collectors are drawn to these stories of survival against the backdrop of multiple minting processes, looking to uncover what mistakes and triumphs pave the way toward their desired collectibles. The narrative of the 2003 1-cent coin encapsulates an era rich in historical significance, effectively tying together themes of human error, artistry, and remarkable value, values that reach well beyond financial estimation. Moreover, as time goes by, numismatic trends fluctuate with various social, economic, and cultural factors affecting coin desirability, meaning that the valuation of coins can witness exponential growth or decline over time, depending on external influences and collectors' interests. An instance of this kind of cyclical value fluctuation can be observed with error coins from years past that were initially overlooked but have gained considerable acclaim and market interest later on for their unique features and backstories. The 2003 1-cent coin holds its ground firmly within current market dynamics, but it is essential to keep in mind that shifts in perspective or new discoveries can continue shaping its legacy. Collectors constantly watch it, keeping a keen eye not only for optimal investments but also to appreciate historical narratives. The sheer volume of possibilities surrounding valuation and demand for the 2003 1-cent coin speaks volumes about the allure that such an error coin represents. As the collectors become more immersed in the search for these errors, stories emerge that weave through strategies and serendipity. Be it a casual search through pocket change or meticulous searches through auctions and online marketplaces, every scenario underlines the thrill of connecting with history through coins. As every tiny detail contributes to the charm of the chase, collectors form relationships with each piece and their community, highlighting what makes numismatics so appealing: the art of storytelling, investment potential, shared passion, and the excitement that surrounds ultimately uncovering the treasures of the past. The journey of the 2003 1-cent coin, a multifaceted blend of intrinsic value, rarity, art, and historical significance, teaches us about the broader narrative steeped within the currency itself. It evokes the imagination of current collectors while skillfully captivating the interest of new enthusiasts who suddenly find themselves enthralled in a pursuit often described as a combination of archaeology and art collecting. In closing, for any coin collector, amateur or expert, the 2003 1-cent coin serves as a confluence of curiosity, opportunity, and storytelling, reminding us that value comes not solely from a number but from the history, errors, and unique characteristics that ultimately define the tales these coins carry. Though it may bear the insignia of just a cent, the legacy and worth of the 2003 1-cent coin far exceed expectations, granting it a place as a defining masterpiece in the colorful tapestry that is currency collection. Across generations, these tales continue to be told, proving that sometimes what we see at face value can indeed be so much more. Thank you for tuning into our channel, and keep searching, because you never know, your next find could lead last. Today we take a deep dive into the extraordinary world of coin collecting, particularly focusing on a remarkable piece that has astonished collectors and investors alike, the 2004 1-cent coin, which boasts a jaw-dropping valuation of $34 million due to an array of fascinating minting errors and mistakes. When we think of a 1-cent coin, we typically picture a piece of currency that facilitates everyday transactions, but the reality is that in the realm of numismatics, some coins transcend their mere monetary value and evolve into veritable treasures. The 2004 1-cent coin exemplifies this phenomenon. It represents far more than a simple denomination, as its scarcity and unique characteristics have sparked extensive interest among collectors around the globe. As we delve into why this specific 1-cent coin holds such staggering worth, it is crucial to explore the various errors that occurred during its production. At the forefront of these errors is the infamous double-struck error, a phenomenon in coin minting that happens when a coin planchet is struck twice by the same die, creating multiple impressions that can overlap on one another. In the case of the 2004 1-cent coin, several examples surfaced bearing noticeable double strikes, showcasing a unique design feature with blurred and overlapping details, a common yet stunning error that captures the imagination of collectors. These double-struck coins not only serve as an intriguing testament to the minting process, they also present a rare opportunity for collectors to own a piece of history. Possessing such a coin is akin to finding a treasure. The scarcity of double-struck 2004 cents transforms them into coveted artifacts that elevate the status of any collection and inspire spirited bidding at auction houses. The thrill surrounding these remarkable errors is palpable within the numismatic community, where collectors vie for the chance to add one of these exceptional pieces to their collections. It's not just about monetary investment. Every double-struck coin adds depth and character to a collector's narrative, creating a richer story behind their collection. Another compelling aspect of the 2004 1-cent coin's valuation comes from the presence of off-center strikes. This occurs when the planchet is misaligned during the striking process, resulting in an incomplete design where parts of the coin are missing from one side, yet fully visible on the other. Such coins display a scarcity that draws collectors in, as off-center strikes often yield distinctive designs that set them apart from regular coins. For instance, a 2004 1-cent coin displaying an off-center strike might feature portions of the Lincoln Memorial or part of the lettering missing, lending it a unique artistic quality that is both intriguing and visually compelling. The thrill of searching through coin rolls, flea markets, or local shops for these errors can be exhilarating for collectors, who revel in the possibilities of uncovering such hidden gems. The unique visual appeal of off-center strikes only adds to their desirability, causing them to command higher prices in the marketplace as collectors specifically seek out these rare anomalies that tell their own story of a failure in the minting process, yet elevate the coin's aesthetic appeal further than its intended design. Moving beyond double strikes and off-center errors, we cannot overlook the possibility of the wrong planchet error, wherein a coin is mistakenly minted using material meant for a different denomination. For the 2004 1-cent coin, there have been remarkable instances of coins erroneously produced on planchets intended for nickels or other denominations, leading to differences in color, weight, and design attributes. Such coins become an enigma, particularly for collectors who appreciate the unique properties of coins comprised of material not native to their denomination. When a 2004 1-cent coin strikes a different material planchet, it emerges as an unexpected collectible that sparks intrigue and questions about how such an error came to be. The allure extends from its novelty and scarcity, creating excitement amongst error coin collectors as they chase after these unique and fascinating pieces. These wrong planchet occurrences breathe further life into the coin collecting hobby, as new collectors and seasoned veterans alike immerse themselves in the hunt for these anomalies and add additional layers to their collections. An interesting dimension of the 2004 1-cent coin lies within the die break or cud errors. A die break occurs when a piece of the transferring die becomes damaged or breaks off, causing a raised area on the coin that deviates from the intended design. The raised portion can take on several forms, from a small lump to larger protrusions depending on the severity of the die break. In the 2004 series, there have been notable instances of coins emerging with such errors, generating a buzz within the coin collecting community. Each die break coin serves as a reminder of the imperfections inherent in the minting process and often becomes a centerpiece in numismatic collections due to their rarity and distinctive features. Collectors appreciate these errors for the stories they tell about the production of currency, thereby linking the item to a broader historical context. Owning a 2004 1-cent coin featuring a die break becomes akin to owning a piece of history where collectors frequently engage with one another regarding their most recent finds, the stories surrounding each coin, and how such mistakes can occur during the minting process. The aura surrounding these coins often embodies a profound connection, further fostering community among enthusiasts who appreciate the nuances behind what might otherwise be deemed ordinary currency. The relationships formed around these coins create an environment where discussions can encompass aspects such as minting techniques, historical contexts, and ongoing trends in the numismatic marketplace. As we explore the valuation of the 2004 1-cent coin, we must also consider how media coverage, documentaries, and the internet play pivotal roles in driving interest and awareness in such errors. As news spreads about the existence of coins with striking characteristics, it captivates the imagination of collectors everywhere, igniting new levels of curiosity, competition, and demand. Collectors are not only hunting for coins for their collections but are drawn to the excitement of being part of a larger community, often connected through forums, social media, and events that revolve around coin trading and collecting. This collective interest adds a layer of vibrancy and urgency to the pursuit of rare coins, where both seasoned collectors and novices alike engage in friendly competitions to secure coins showcasing noteworthy errors. With every reported sale or anecdote of a newly discovered error coin, the value of existing coins can fluctuate unexpectedly, driving prices up or appealing to new buyers. The narrative surrounding the 2004 1-cent coin reflects a broader theme in the ecosystems of coin collecting. It highlights how social dynamics evolve based on shared interests and the enthusiasm that comes from belonging to an exclusive community unified by a passion for currency. Notably, the conditions influencing the value of such errors are ever-changing due to factors outside the realm of coin collecting, including market dynamics, material costs, and even broader economic trends. Error coins such as the 2004 1-cent often emerge into popular consciousness during times of financial uncertainty when collectors look for sound investments beyond the traditional stock market. Many collectors now see error coins as tangible investments. The perceived value often increases over time, putting even more pressure on buyers who become acutely aware of the implications of their investments. The idea that something as simple as a 1-cent coin could harbor considerable value draws more individuals into the hobby and creates a fertile ground for both investment strategies and fellowship among collectors. Each discovery of an error coin tells a story that captivates collectors and creates mutually reinforcing connections from past to present, as they immerse themselves in the thrill of uncovering mistakes from the minting process while connecting with fellow enthusiasts. Furthermore, the legacy of the 2004 1-cent coin is not limited to just the coin's creation. It also encompasses the excitement of acquiring, trading, and telling stories surrounding those coins. Conversations around rarities often include the process of locating them, the historical significance of the errors, and, interestingly, the personal narratives from collectors' journeys, the different places they've searched for coin errors, the people they've met, and the experiences they've shared along the way. These coins transform into catalysts that bridge generational gaps, creating connections and networks that lend themselves to the construction of traditional methods of value and cultural narratives that transcend the monetary nature of currency itself. For collectors of all backgrounds, the 2004 1-cent coin and its errors manifest as not just coins but as vehicles for engagement within a living historical context, reflecting the blend of art, chance, and history encapsulated within a single small coin. Therefore, as we contemplate the colossal valuation of the 2004 1-cent coin, it becomes evident that its worth stems not only from the perceived monetary value of the errors themselves but also from the stories, communities, and cultural contexts that intertwine around it. This multifaceted view of the coin's significance embodies the spirit of collecting, where the love for history and artistry intertwines with investment potential. Happy collecting!